Yeah, so about 8 months ago, I did a story time video about the time I tried to ask out a girl. Um, and that went terrible. And I thought that was embarrassing. Good lord. I'd rather get, like, publicly hanged, publicly executed than go through something like this ever again. So the story goes is, this happened, I think at the time I was a 11th grader. At the time, I didn't care what class I had, honestly. I didn't even really pick my classes. I just left it up to the school to decide what schedule they want to put me in. When I get my schedule, looks fine. I see what normal schedules look like. You have your math class, you have your English class, and then I see another class called business class. At first, I didn't think much of it. I thought, okay, how bad could it be? There's this kid. He saw my schedule. Man, he told me how fucked I was. He told me how bad it was that I should immediately change my schedule. And I thought that guy was just, he was just a load of shit. Like, he wasn't telling the truth. Bell rings, we all go to our classes, and I go into business class right off the bat. This teacher is so miserable. This lady, it was a female teacher. Honestly, I don't know what her problem was. She just did not like kids, or she did not like her job whatsoever. Basically, in business class, we learned about, I don't even remember what we learned about. What I remember, I think she would teach us about Excel, that program. I would just fucking copy my friends, just to get the grade. But yeah, this lady was like mean as shit. There was kids like reporting her for apparently being racist. I remember that she was being racist. Apparently there was some kids speaking Spanish in her class, and you know, for some reason she thought they were talking about her, so she got pissed, and apparently she said something along the lines of, "Don't speak no Spanish in my class. If you have something to say it in English." It was something like that, some racist ass shit. Yeah, and mainly my school was filled with a bunch of, like Hispanics. Yeah, that class I did not enjoy at all. I sat at a table with a bunch of my friends, and we would just bullshit around. Like, I literally have a video of us just fucking goofing off. Like, just take a look at this. This is so bummer. No. Hey, Brian. Tell me if she's coming or something. Alright. Oh. Tango down, tango down, tango down. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that's my voice, by the way. Honestly, I think I still sound the same. I'm not sure. During this time, I was still young. I wouldn't say I really had, that much confidence. Was very. I think I had some pretty bad anxiety. Like, I did not like speaking a lot in class or anything like that. I always get pretty nervous. Especially around the opposite gender. That would just, Jesus Christ, I would just get nervous. I was a nervous guy, I could say. I guess you can say. So, a couple weeks, you know, go by. We're in that class. It wasn't bad. This until the teacher has us, you know, do an assignment. Basically, we had to do an essay on who our heroes are. I was thinking real hard about this. Who is my hero? Who is someone that I look up to, or I think is a respectful guy and does so much for his community and gives back to the world? During that time, I chose to make my essay about none other than the man himself, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. I decided to make an essay about Mr. Beast and how he was such a good guy. I think she also, at that time, she also had someone she looked up to, her, you know, herself. Like, she also looked up to someone else. I think it was like fucking Cesar Chavez. And that's weird because I think she was low key racist to like Hispanics. So I don't know. But anyways, people, they're all making their essays, and I was like, okay, make an essay. That's not bad. Fuck it, I'll make an essay about Mr. Beast. That's not bad. And then she utters out, make an essay, and then present it to the class. Oh my gosh. My heart rate jumped, skyrocketed, I'm pretty sure. My fucking heart went out of its chest. I was like, oh no. Presentations? No. That's one thing I did not like in high school. Presentations. Jesus Christ. Those made me so nervous. I'm even nervous thinking about it right now. I hated that. I hated presentations, and I also hated reading out loud. Like once we would do like popcorn reading. Popcorn reading was my fucking worst enemy. I'm not a bad reader. I'm about to prove to everyone I'm not a bad reader. Give me a fucking book. Hard books. Let's look up hard books. Some writers have co-founded society with government as to leave little or no distinction between them, whereas they are not only entirely different, but have different origins. Society is a blessing brought forth naturally by our wants, uniting our affections and promoting our happiness. Government is necessary evil oh fuck. Evil originating from the need to restrain our vices. Okay, you get the point. Fuck this. I don't read like fucking Kai Cenat or anything. Everyone, they're going with their turns, they're reading, and she was going by, I think alphabetical order. I think that's how the roll went. She calls my name, and first I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. I go up there, and I'm reading my passage. Oh, Mr. Beast is a great fucking guy. I don't even remember what it said, honestly. And for some reason my voice starts to shake. I'm like, fuck. My voice starts to shake. And my friend starts looking at me, and I look at them, and I'm like, my voice is shaking, and then I start to tear up. Oh my gosh. I start to tear up in class, and all the girls and boys were just looking at me, and I don't even know what the teacher. I wasn't even really looking. I was just looking at the monitor, and I was like, just reading the passage, and almost about to fucking cry because, in class, like I didn't cry, okay, but I just got so overwhelmed. I think my eyes were tearing up, and like my voice was so shaky. Like you can tell, like everyone told, like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? I dead ass legit almost fucking tears were almost coming out of my eyes, but I was like, it was just so terrible. And I just was trying to speed run the essay that I wrote about Mr. Beast. No one really even said it. No one even mentioned it. Like after that, like no one even mentioned like, yo, are you good, bro? Like no one. It was kind of like it happened, and every day I think like, holy shit, that actually happened. I dead ass almost cried in front of class while standing up giving a presentation because about reading about fucking Mr. Beast. After school was over, I was just walking home. I called my friend about it. I call it like, is that normal? I was asking him, and I forgot what he even said. Honestly, I think he was like, no, you're fucking cooked. I was like, oh, he didn't say that, but something along those lines. The moral of the story is, don't be nervous, all right? I mean, it's hard. That's definitely one of the worst feelings, being nervous, especially presenting. But just fucking do it. That's all I have to say. Just go for it. Don't be like me. Don't follow into my footsteps and almost burst out crying because you didn't want to read. I just want to share this little short story that I finally got it out. People are gonna see this. My friends are probably gonna make fun of me, but honestly, it just had to come out. Honestly, um, and if they do, fuck you. If all my friends hear this and they're planning on making fun of me, fuck you guys, assholes. I don't give a shit. uh, but yeah, I just wanted to share this little short story with you, with y'all. I think that's gonna be it. See ya.